Good evening, Gills fans. Welcome back to another episode of Gills in the Blood TV. Before we go any further, you may have noticed official merch. Massive thank you to James, who runs D3, D4 Football on Twitter and the website. Top bloke. Met him last season at Fratton Park when he took your ticket after you broke your ankle and come and watched us win 3-1. Long story short was he sent me a message on Twitter a couple of weeks ago and said, can I have your postal address? I've got a small Christmas present to send you. I assumed it'd be a D3, D4 cup or something like that. And no, he sent me a hoodie, a Gills in the Blood t-shirt, a Gills in the Blood fridge magnet, and Gills in the Blood tea mug. Gills in the Blood tea mug. So thank you, James, for that. If you're not following him on Twitter, get over and do follow that site for everything League One and League Two. We both follow. Superb site. I
love their podcast.
Podcast is really good. Get professional footballers on there, ex-players. It is a really good thing that they've got set up. And thank you for the present, James. On to the Gills related stuff. The Tom Eaves rumours are not going away.
No, sadly not.
The latest club now is Rotherham, have been added to the list, which now includes them, Millwall, Blackburn, Preston, Rangers and Hibernian. And you've just made a good point. Millwall aside, they are all
Northern based.
Where he comes from. What can we do? It says Eaves is out of contract in the summer and could walk away for nothing. The striker has been in talks with the Gills over a new deal, but as yet no agreement has been reached.
I think the club are probably in a lose-lose here because if obviously we sell him in January, I think we're going to struggle.
I think we get 200,000 tops for him in terms of a fee as
well. Yeah, I thought 200 to 300k. It's replacing him, that'll be difficult. On the flip side, do we keep him until the summer, which I would lean towards, because he will. You'd think he'd almost single-handedly keep us up.
I think we said last week, there's the difference between potentially being mid-table or struggling against the drop, isn't he? So, because I think we mentioned it last week, after that it's Elliott List with 5 and then it's 3s and 2s everywhere, so it is. And
so if he goes in January and then we were to go down, or if we just scraped staying up, fans would be saying, well, Skelly, we should have kept him. However, if we keep him to the end of the season and then he goes on a free, it'd be, well, we should have sold him, we could have done.
It's almost the same situation as Dacky, wasn't it, a couple of years ago, but at the other end of the table, it was a couple of years ago, it was we tried to hold on for as long as possible because there was a promotion bid going on. Unfortunately, we rejected the £2.5 million bid, I think it was from Bristol City, didn't we? And then he ripped hamstring and he was never the same player after that. And unfortunately, his last game for us was playing holding midfielder as under Adrian Pennock.
I mean, I would say try and get him tied up on, say, another 18-month contract with the promise in it, saying to him, you can go
in the summer as a massive club comes along, But as you've mentioned, the chairman, obviously he's in a slightly no-win situation because of you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, so to speak, aren't you? But he did release an 11-page letter today to all Gills fans. I had a read, I read it all. Thought it was an interesting read. Could have been proofread a little bit better, but small gripe. Obviously it's created a lot of debate on social media. I put something on our Facebook page. Twitter's been awash with it today. He's invited fans to open forums, mini open forums within his office. I think he gave 4 dates, which were like 2-hour slots over the next 2 weeks. I think when it was up to the end of the year. I think the last date's the 29th and the first date's this Saturday. For me, he's done the right thing. We get fans that are scally out. We have people trying to organise scally out protests. But then when you go along to the game and this protest meant to be going there, there's about 5 or 6 people outside the ground. You see people on social media scally out, it's a load of rubbish, it's the same old nonsense that he spouts out. It might be, but he's giving you the opportunity now. So don't sit there shouting scally out at games for me, or tweeting scally out, or moaning about it on a fans forum on Facebook, and then when a protest comes along, you're sat in your seat at that time, or you're in the factory having a beer. And then don't whinge that you don't have the chance to go and voice an opinion. You've got the chance now to go and see Mr. Scally, ask him anything you want, and within reason, I'm sure anything that's not legally binding, he'll be able to answer it. But no, like you said today, you read the Facebook replies.
Yeah, look, we're not Scally's biggest fans. I'm not massively Scally out either, but I don't know. I said to you earlier, some of the times he's given, I think, will be when people are at work, so maybe he's not expecting massive numbers. It also then gives those people an excuse on those days and say, can't do them because we've got to work. But to do it on a match day, I think is a bit brave.
But aren't some of them dates when generally people are going to be off work for Christmas holidays?
I wouldn't know about that, but yeah, possibly.
Oh, bless him. Retail.
I think he's brave. Whether or not he follows through with it all, I've seen one or two on Twitter earlier said they've been in contact with the club before and tried to arrange it and it's been okayed, and then he's pulled out at the last minute.
Yeah, that's not on if you are going to set it up, and that would be a massive thing now. If he does go and say these are the dates and then it's all cancelled, then fair enough, people can have the ump. But I think
going back to the start of the season when he said he was going to come on Twitter and he got a lot of abuse when he didn't do that, he needs to follow through with this. If he's going to do it, if you're going to
I can understand him not coming on Twitter. Like, how many chairmen are on Twitter?
I mean,
yeah, that's the thing.
But that's another
Darren McCantley is a very good one, and we always use him as a sort of yardstick, but he's an exception.
Andy Holt of Accrington is quite vocal as well.
So there's not many, let's be honest.
But how many clubs in our league are honestly happy with their chairman? You know, we think McCantley's doing a really good job. You read the comments and the replies he gets
battered by his own fans. And the thing is, if we was in the top half of the league at the moment and everything else was the same, no one would bat an eyelid. It all comes back down to winning football matches at the end of the day. So,
and what also, if Scally walked away tomorrow, and let's face it, he's not going to, if he did and somebody came in and in 12 months we're in the same situation, people would still be blaming Scally. Do you not think?
Exactly, yeah, because they just use it as this is the thing. We're all for, and we've said on the Facebook page and Twitter, and we try to get debate going, and generally that debate's been really good today. We had the odd couple that wanted to just swear and abuse people, and they've been removed. But the debate was decent, and I've forgotten what I was going to say.
What I don't agree with, I said to you just now, when the club announced it on Facebook, a lot of the comments underneath, I saw 4 or 5 people saying, not going to bother. Probably the same old rubbish, Scally out. Well,
that was it, yeah. The same on Twitter. It was just F off and what's the point?
He's literally giving you the opportunity to go and have your say. So if you're gonna,
and you've all spouted the same nonsense that you do anyway, yeah. So you've got an opportunity to go.
We were at Pompey away and we were 2-0 up, away at top of the league, and our fans were singing "We want Scally out."
Bradford at home, Fleetwood at home, 4-0 up, 3-0 up.
Yeah, I think there's a time and a place, and I think if you're 2-0 up away to top of the league,
give your players some praise for a good performance, not have a pop at the chairman when you're winning a football match, exactly, 100%. But that's enough about that. Next subject is regarding fitness, and Mr. Lovell praising Gary Haymans and James Russell in the paper today. Lovell saluted his team's tireless work after last week's win at Scunthorpe and said the fitness of the boys was tremendous, and all credit to our fitness coach James Russell and physio Gary Haymans for getting them into this shape to allow me to coach them and train them the way I can. He then goes on to say, Mark Burney's got Duracell in his body. It was the last minute and he's run 70 yards with the ball to keep it near the corner flag. We didn't go, but by all accounts, I think it was the best performance of the season. Plenty said better than Portsmouth in the fact that we controlled the whole game. Portsmouth was a little bit smash and grab, weren't it? We had to spend probably 60% of the game without the football. But by all accounts, that could have been 4 or 5-0 last week and it wouldn't have flattered us. How much would Tynes be worth now if he could score penalties? Yeah. That's what, 2 or 3 more?
I kind of think he does that on purpose, so he puts clubs off and he can stay.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Great finish by Dean Parrott, by the way. Eaves wasn't bad, but I mean, Parrott was
really unlucky for the first one as well, when it cannoned off the post and then it went back out. I think Ogilvie dinked it back in for Eaves to score the first. But yeah, a lot of people said Dean Parrott's best performance, and if we can keep him fit, it's another one that could prove a difference in terms of positions in the league.
Could do with him getting a couple of more goals as well.
Yeah, that's it. We want them all to chip in because we've just said we're top heavy in terms of it's Eaves and then not a lot else. So I think Luke O'Neill's 3rd top scorer with 2 free kicks, I think. Or no, he's got 3 now, hasn't he? 2 free kicks, Burton and Hartlepool. Yeah. And didn't he score one at Plymouth when we was already 3-0 down? Didn't make much difference. Yeah. So yeah. So that says it all you need to know. But I don't like calling it reserves.
Development squad.
It was a mixture, wasn't it? I think the first and second year pros and Callum Riley, I think, in the week went to Herne Bay. By all accounts, it was an absolute farmyard of a pitch.
Horrific choice of strip as well. I've just been saying.
Beautiful, that, isn't it? Black and blue shirts, yellow shorts, blue undergarments, and yellow socks. But we'll keep the yellow socks all the time.
They seem to be doing well, don't they?
I might get myself a pair. No, maybe not. But yeah, goals for Bradley Stevenson 2, Henry Woods and Callum Riley, wasn't it, who skippered the team on the night. I think he's playing just to keep his fitness up because he can't play in the league at the moment because of suspension. But Jason Lillis said it was always going to be difficult with the condition of the pitch. We needed to have the right attitude, which the boys did. We were comfortable, but you can't take too many chances to allow them back in to test us. We moved the ball quickly and we switched play well. Our pace was the difference. How many times have we said that about the first team, getting pace into the side? And Regan, Charles Cook, Elliot List, Josh Parker, Brandon Allen are going to cause teams problems. Bradley Garmston, if you can get him on 20 minutes at the moment, is going to cause teams problems. He gets defenders on the back foot and turning round and running towards their own goal, which nobody likes. So all in all, Scally controversy aside, because of the letter, but not massively. It's been another quiet week, it's been another positive week. But we do have a big game on Saturday, which starts a run of 4 games in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
5 games in probably just over 2 weeks, because we go Southend New Year's Day as well, I think, don't we? So, but 3 at home. Wycombe are coming to town on Saturday. Recent form is not too dissimilar. Last 6 we've taken 9 from 18, they've taken 13, so they've got 1 extra win and a draw, whereas we've got 3 wins and 3 defeats. Home and away though, it's identical, both taking 6 points from 18 available. Ours has come via 2 wins and 4 defeats, and theirs has come via just a single win but 3 draws and 2 defeats. They're unbeaten in 4 in League One, but they've only won once away in their last 6 in the league. And we've won 7 of our last 11 in all competitions, and I think there's 4 or 5 clean sheets in there as well.
Yeah.
So we are going the right way, despite what some still want to say. The goals per game's going up, the goals conceded per game's coming down still.
The Eaves penalty misses go up game by game.
We're not very good at penalties, are we? So
For a while.
we haven't been for probably about 2 or 3 seasons. They've got loads of experience looking at that Wycombe squad. I mean, Gareth Ainsworth, the gaffer, played till he was 40, I think, 41.
Yeah, I think he only gave up last season.
Who had a decent Football League career, similarly to like Graham Alexander, played very late 30s, early 40s, and then he's forging out a decent career.
He's one who I've mentioned, 1 or 2 others I've mentioned a few times when we've been looking at managers.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he works on a shoestring budget as
They
well.
have nothing there, do they? If I'm right, I still have a youth team. I didn't have up until this season, I don't think.
Don't think so, and it's not
They
a
don't
massive
have no
squad.
development squad. They have their first team squad, and that's all he has to work
Again,
with.
you look at that side and you go, there's none in there that you'd go, whoa, you'd think they'd go and play in the Championship any time immediately, but there's plenty of players that you'd think you wouldn't mind him having in, almost inside the tent, weeing out rather than the other way round. Adam El Abd, Michael Harriman, Adebayo, Ekinfenwa, all ex-Gills, loan or otherwise.
He's really like Harriman, really good player.
El Abd was decent when he came in back into 15-16, when he, I think there was plenty of Gills fans, us included, that said we should have got him on board. And then we started the next season with Emmanuel Sadabi at centre half. He went to Shrewsbury, it didn't work out, but he's been decent at Wycombe. I think he's their club captain. We all know about the beast. Whether he's going to start Saturday, he's been out injured with a broken something. I follow his Instagram stories. He's had a boot on for a few weeks. Nathan Tyson will offer massive experience, 36. Craig McHale-Smith, similar age, I think. Goal scorer in the Football League for years. And they've got the lad, Fred Onyedinma from Millwall, who scored 3 times in 21 games this season. But their top scorer, I think, has only got 5. Yeah, he's quick, I think. He's almost a throwback winger who likes to get on the outside. So he'll be interesting if he plays from the right, I think, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So he'll be up against Ogilvie, you'd imagine. Well, it will be if I'm picking the team.
To be fair, Ogilvie's been very good
decent.
of late.
He's been very good this season. But weirdly, they're top. Unlike us, they've got about 5 or 6 that have got 4, 5, and 6 goals. They've got no one more than 6.
Do you actually have Sam Saunders? He used to be able to deliver a decent set play.
I'm not sure. I didn't know. I looked at a lot of the names. He may well still be there. But it's going to be a decent game. I mean, they're absolutely flying at the moment. I think they're top half, 9th.
Yeah.
But I think if we win, we get within a couple of points of them. I don't think then the gap's too massive. They've got 31 points and we've got 24. So if we win, we're within 4 points of them. And then we can start looking at trying to sneak into that top half, can't we? But we've got to start winning more at home. We know that still. Team news is positive. On the back of the fitness thing that Steve Hubbles alluded to, there's only one missing, and that's going to be Max Amor, and that's not muscular or anything like that. That's a fractured collarbone or something. So
nice,
that he did last week. I wouldn't change the team. I'd just make that one change. That'd be Alex Lacey straight in for him. If it's not broke, don't fix it and all that. My bench, I've gone for Hadler, O'Neill, Garmston, Bingham, Charles Cook, Rees and Hanlon. The only one I said I wasn't sure about was maybe put an extra striker on there. But we've effectively got 3 strikers starting, haven't we, in Parker, List and Eaves. So do we really need 5 strikers in the squad?
And Bo probably wouldn't
We'd probably not get on unless we're about 5 or 6 nil up, you'd imagine. Agree with the team? Or?
Yeah,
I can't see
Yeah,
any reason
I'd like
to
to
change
get
it.
Charles Cook back in as soon as possible. Although we're winning, I don't see why.
Yeah, I noticed. I did it on the Monday review on my own, and Lovell said that he made a slight tweak this week, and he dropped Parker back into number 10 and put Listy right up top with Eaves, and they said his pace absolutely annihilated him. And Josh Parker from the highlights looked like he had a very good game. So clever change of tactics, slight and subtle. Prediction time.
I think it'll be 1-0 to us, and I'll go List this week.
I've got the same margin, 1 goal winners. I've got Elliot List scoring, but I've said 2-1, and the big man will net again. Add another 10 million to his price
I don't want him to
tag.
score any more goals now, not till after January.
Do we take a... No, don't say that. What is that? Anyway, that's enough from us tonight. As always, thanks for watching and listening to us two rabbit on. Please keep doing all the usual, liking, retweeting, subscribing. These are not for sale, unfortunately. It's only me, I'm being greedy at the moment. Again, thanks to James for the Christmas present. We will see you Saturday at the ground for Matchday Live. And until next time, up the Gills.